So next we'll move on to the collection type. So basically collection is nothing but collection is nothing but you can say it is a container where we can store the object. So collection allows user to store heterogeneous type of element. Collection allows user to store heterogeneous type of element. Yes. So now we will proceed. Now guys, what are the sub interface of collections we have? What are the sub interface of collection interface we have?
List, array list.
List, queue and set.
Very good. So it is list, queue, set. Guys, only these three? Only these three, guys? Yeah, even we have map and even we have properties. Yes, I know properties has not been done. Property type collection is not done for you people, but no problem. This property is similar to your map, but here we will pass the key and value in different formats. So even we'll discuss in brief if required. We'll discuss that. So these are the sub interface of collection interface, and for collection interface, guys, the super interface is iterable. Super interface is iterable. Yes. So let us proceed now. So first we will learn how to inject list, set, and even you can inject queue also, guys. But mainly in industry we will not use queue, guys. In industry we will not use queue. In industry we are going to focus only on list, set, and map. Yes. So first we will see how we can inject the list in the by using setter injection. Yes, so obviously first we have to make use of a super tag, that is you can say bean tag. First we have to make use of bean tag, and there we have to define property name. There we have to define property name. So first what you will do, you will make use of bean tag, and there you will define property tag. Later you will close this property, and even you will close this bean tag, and in between we are going to assign each and everything. So now suppose if you are going to use sub interface type as list, so you will use a tag here list. You will use a tag list, and you will close this list here. You will close the tag list here. Inside this list tag, we will use an attribute, that is value. Inside this list, we will use an attribute or value to insert the value. Yes, we will use a tag, basically value, to insert the value. So we will say value and we'll close the tag. We'll close the tag. In between we are going to pass the values. So any number of value we can pass, guys. So here let's say we will pass the first value 1. Similarly we can pass any number of value. Yeah, let's say value 2, and up to value n we are going to pass. Up to value n we are going to pass. Yes. So this is all about, if you want to insert a list, this particular syntax you have to use. You have to use this particular syntax. Similarly, let's say if you want to insert a set, guys, so nothing create, what you will do, you will change this to set. You will change this to set. And instead of list, you will assign set. We have to make use of map. So guys, in case of map, we have to store the value. We have to store basically the object in key and value pair. You know, guys, in case of collections also, we are not going to store we will not store the value. We will store the object. So whenever we are trying to store the value, automatically the value will be upcasted to object type. Then it will be stored. In case of collection, you will try, whenever we are trying to pass a value, all the value will be upcasted to object type, then object will be stored. So whenever we will call add method, internally upcasting will happen in case of your collection. Similarly, whenever you are going to remove or whenever you are going to retrieve the element, automatically downcasting will happen. So object type will be converted to value type, then only it will be removed. So I hope these things you know. Again, for this we'll make use of bean tag, no doubt, guys. We'll make use of bean tag. Yes, but we will not use these things. Bean, property name, and so on. So after that, so since we are using map, guys, so we will use a tag here, map. At last we'll close this. At last we will close this map tag. and in between we have to insert the value. So in case of list and set, if you want to insert the value, you will make use of one tag, that is value tag. But in case of map, you will make use of one tag, that is entry key, and here you are going to pass you will pass here entry key, and you will pass key here, and then you have to pass value as well, key and value. So you can pass like this, and if you want, you can close this tag here itself by using self-closing tag. So if you will close the tag here, it is known as self-closing. I hope these things you know. Now similarly, you can pass any number of value. So if you want to insert in case of map, you will use entry key tag, and you will pass key and value pair. Similarly, guys, you can do with properties also. Yeah, similarly you can do with properties also. But if you want to insert something for the property, guys, what you can do, let's say we have something as collection type is property. So for property tag also, we have to use bean, we have to use property name, no doubt at all. Okay, just a second, guys. It has not been copied properly. Find this, let me copy this. Yeah. Let me paste it here. But we will not use these two things. We will say if we are going to use property, inside property tag, we have to make use of a tag that is props. We have to make use of a tag that is props. And at last, we will close this props tag. So basically, we will use this property tag to set the value for, in case of JDBC, if you want to set the value as something as URL, if you want to set the username, password, in that case, you will go for this property tag. Yes, even we have learned in case of Hibernate, property name equals to this and so on. So that was nothing but your property tag itself, and it is a part of collection. Yes, so that's what props, and here we have to pass. Here you have to say props keys equals to, and here you will pass here props key, basically props key. You will close this, and later you have to pass the value in between, and you will close this prop tag. You will close this props tag. So like this, you can insert the value in case of your properties. Like this, you can assign. Like this, you can assign, guys, any number of. Yeah, you can assign any value to property tag as well. So just you have to say props key, and the parent tag will be props. That's it, guys. Now let us. Now, if I want to insert null, in case of list, then what we can do, guys? Yeah, I want to insert null in case of list. So what we can do, guys? Any guess? Very good. So we will not use here value tag. Similarly, just we will say null and we'll close this. If you want to insert null, guys, no need to use value and null. Just you have to make use of null forward slash and you have to close the tag. So now already we have a project. Inside the project, we have created a package yesterday. The package was something like mod1. So what I'll do, I'll create one more package so that we can keep the programs separate and I can share you each and every day. So let's say I'm going to create a class. I'll create a class by name, let's say employee, and I'll create a package as well. So I'll give a package name as com.jsp.demo.collection, injection or something, collection type. Better, I'll give collection type, and then I'll click on finish. So one package will be created, and even one class by name employee will be created. You can see now we have created a package as well as class. Now even I need a configuration file, so I'll just copy and paste this configuration file here. Even I want your main class, I'll just do copy paste. Yes, these things are done now. So we have app class, we have EMP class, and we have configuration file. So we'll remove the unwanted thing, like whatever we executed yesterday. That's it. Next, from this app main class, let us remove this particular thing, student B. Now I have EMP class, app, and configuration. So now we have to inject all the types here. So first we will declare private. So now, guys, one employee can have multiple phone numbers. So I'll say private list of, let's say I'll pass here string, private list of string, and I'll give here as phone number. Phone number. One employee can have multiple phone number. Now we need to import from java.util package. So let us import that first. So import from java.util. I'll put star so that I can proceed with the concept. Now similarly, private, I'll go for set and pass here string only. And even guys, one employee can have multiple email. So email should be unique, or even phone should be unique, but let it be for time being, let it be guys. Yes. Oh, let's say the employee is having vehicle. Employee is having vehicle, guys. Yeah. Employee is having multiple vehicle. Next, they have multiple email, and even let's say I'll declare a map here. So I'll say even map is, so for map we have to store key and value. So we'll pass string comma string. And what else we can keep, guys? Let's say name. Yeah, I'm going to store name. That is let's say I'll store first name and last name, something in the something to store. So I'll just give name. If you want, you can give anything of your choice. Now let us create getters and setters, because we are going to use setters injection. So let us go back and create getters and setters. So we have declared list, we have declared set, we have declared map. Now we have to inject this list, we have to inject the value for set and map by using configuration file. That is, object will be created by IOC container, and we have to inject at the runtime, guys. So what we will do, first we will go here and we will make use of a tag, that is bean. And here, if you remember, we have to pass what, guys? Just tell me here what we have to pass. So we have to say bean class equals to, and we'll pass the fully qualified class name, and we will give a name for this bean. We will give name for this bean. So it is going to act as basically a reference. So let us pass the fully qualified class name. Let's go to EMP class, copy the fully qualified class name and paste here. And let's say this is nothing but your employee one. If you want, you can get multiple employee. So this is done. Next, guys, what we have to do, we have to make use of a tag. Yes, we have to make use of a property tag first, and then we have to set each and every value here. So first we will say, first we'll make use of a tag here, that is property. Yeah, property name equals to. So guys, first we have to set the value for vehicle. So we have to set the value for property vehicle. So we have to write here property name equals to vehicle. Property name equals to vehicle. And now let's say if in collection, if you're going to store only one thing, then you can pass a value equals to like this. Fine, we'll try that thing also later, but let us proceed with the normal concept now. So now we have to specify what type of collection we have to use. So we will say here list. We are going to store list of vehicle. So let us keep it a little up, guys, so that we can reduce. Yeah. Now in between we will use a tag. In between we will use our tag. So the name of tag will be value. Okay, showing an error. Oh, no error. So value, and here we will pass the first vehicle name as BMW. Yes. Similarly, I'll pass second vehicle name as Maruti 800. Maruti 800. Next. Let's say we have next vehicle as next what vehicle, guys? Oh, some vehicle I'm going to pass, let's say ABC or something. Tell me any vehicle name, or let's say bus. If you want, you can go for BMTC, guys. Very famous in Bangalore, right? So BMTC. So for this particular, now if you want, you can inject duplicate value also, because since we are using list here, so we can inject duplicate value as well. So I'll inject duplicate BMW. So this is all about your list, guys. Similarly, you can set the value for set as well. So you can make use of a tag here, that is property. You can pass name equals to property name equals to, and what is the property name here, guys? For set, it is email ID. So let us pass the email, and in between you will make use of a value tag. So let's say value, and you can pass here value. Now it's done. So we have set up the value for list, we have set up the value for set as well. Now similarly, if you want, you can set the value for your map as well, guys. So let's say I'm going to take a property tag here. What property, guys, we have? We have name. We have name here. So name, property name, and in this property itself, I need to make use of a tag, again map. And in between map tag, again, what we have to do, we have to say, yes, we have to pass here what we are going to pass. So we have to pass, okay, entry key, right? Yeah, so we have to pass here entry, and we'll say key equals to, let's say key equals to, let me take some name, guys, that is going to act as a key and value pair. So I'll make use of self-closing tag. So at last I'll put forward slash. So I'll say key equals to Raj, let's say Raj, and value equals to Kumar. You can pass whatever you want, guys, based on the requirement. Just I'm showing you. But hold on, why we are getting error for the last? Okay, because of this thing. Yeah, fine. Similarly, let me insert some more. Again, if you want, you can go for different types of map. You know, we have different types of map as well. You can proceed with that. Not a big deal. Like hash map, link hash map, and so on. You can proceed with that. Now, let's say we have Raj here. I'll give Ram. Let's say here Hanuman. Hanuman. Let's say here Pinky. And let's say value as Tinky. You can give whatever you are convenient with. Now, let's say Raj. And let's say one more. Sita, Geeta. Sita, Geeta, guys. I'm going to use double E. Yeah, you can use if you want. You can use I also. Sita, Geeta. So now we have set it up. We have injected the value for list, set, as well as for map. Now we have to go for main class, and we have to tell to the IOC container, please. Yeah, we have to specify to the IOC container, please create the object and inject these list, set, and queue in the particular bean. Yes, in the bean EMP. So here we are going to use application context. So it is nothing but it is one of the type of IOC container, and even it is nothing but it is an advanced IOC container which is going to you can say which is going to accept all the types of dependency injection. Yes, it's going to accept all the types of dependency injection, and this is class path is nothing but, since we are using XML path, so we are using implementation class name as class path XML application context. And here we have to specify what, guys? So here we have to specify your file location. So let's say I'm going to change. If you want, you can go for same configuration file, but let me rename it to config2. No problem, you can use config1 as well, guys, but I'll use here config2, and we have to pass the complete path. You can see it is present inside com.jsp.demo. And then we have to use here collection type, then forward slash, and we will close this collection type. Yes, and then config2, guys. Config2. Now we have to say to IOC container, please get my bean, please return my bean. So for that we will say context dot, we have to make use of a method get beans. So just wait for a few seconds, we'll get the method, we'll get the desired method list here. Okay, I didn't get, fine, no problem at all. Again, I'll try. So get bean. So guys, you can see here for get bean, we have two different arguments. First argument is only string. Second argument, you can see we have multiple type, guys, here. So I'll go for this particular argument. So in first argument, we have to pass the bean name. In second argument, we have to pass the class name. So guys, if I'm going to use the first, if I'm going to use this particular get bean, then we have to perform upcasting. But if I'm going to use this particular syntax, then no need to perform casting, guys. We can specify the class name in second argument itself. So I go for second argument this time. So if you remember, what is the second argument, guys? The second argument is nothing but, okay, so let me first pass your bean name. So bean name is emp1. I hope it is nothing but emp1. It is emp1, and here we have to pass the class name. So emp.class. We'll pass here class name. If you are not using this, then what we have to do, guys? We have to perform casting here. You have to perform casting. Just have a look here. Emp equals. Here we have to perform typecasting. Perform with it like this, guys. Yeah, instead of upcasting, you can pass two arguments and you can do it. Yes. So now let us execute this. So before executing, say Jai Mata Di, because we did so much programming, it should work properly, guys. So fine, let us execute now. So right click, run as, click on Java application, and let us wait for a few seconds. We should get the output. Yes, project started. Okay, but we are getting fully qualified class. Hold on. So what we will do, we'll go to EMP class and we'll override to a string method. Just override to string method. And yes, our work is done. So again, run this program. Yes, this work is done. You can see, guys, one EMP object has been created. One EMP object has been created, and then inside this EMP object, we have first property as vehicle. We have first property as vehicle, and you can see we have inserted here different types of vehicle. Next, we have second property as email. So you can see for second property also in the form of array, each and every attribute has been stored. Similarly, next is name. So these things has been stored here. Yes, so this is an expected output phase. Then your program execution completed. Is clear, I hope. Yes, is it clear whatever we have completed up to here? Basically, in case of primitive type and collection type is done.